Hi everybody, this is Brian Mead here with UDY, and we're going to be doing some duel commentary on a very special duel today. In case you didn't know, today is Back to the Future Day. Today is the day when Marty McFly arrived from 1985 in the DeLorean, and we are having a very special Back to the Future themed duel. So both duelists will start off with 8,800 life points to match the 88 miles per hour that the DeLorean had to get up to, and both duelists will be playing time-themed base decks that are they are both playing 3 copies of the card Time Machine, and we don't know what else is in their deck, so it's going to be kind of exciting. So here they go. Alright, so Yugioh Master, Chris Willett is on top in the blue. He's going to set 2 back row and 1 face down defense position monster. Darren Chen is on bottom, and he's going to open up with Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist was normal summon, so it's not going to get the effect to search out a change spell card. Yugioh Master going a little old school with the Penguin Soldier. Flipped effect, gonna bounce that Elemental Hero back into Darren's hand. Kind of cool to see some of those old school cards from the past. Darren setting 3 back row and ending his turn, and now it's back up to Chris. Chris setting another defense monster, passing turn over to Darren. And round 2, jumping on that hoverboard and coming back at Chris. Face down monster. It's another Penguin Soldier. Oh man. Well, I guess that's a blast from the past in its own way. So, another face down card being set in defense position, as well as another back row for Chris. Chris starting to run out of that hand advantage. He's given that same, there's a 3rd normal summon, an Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. I wonder if it's another Penguin Soldier. We're going to find out. Nope, this time it's a different blast from the past, a Needleworm. Going to mill the top 5 cards off of Darren's deck, and let's see what all he's going to mill here. Let's take a peek. The graveyard. No, not gonna let us peek at the graveyard. Oh well. But we do see he's got a plethora of different things in his. We saw Raigeki get milled, the Gagaga Sister, Gagaga. I believe it was Gagaga Revenge. I saw an E emergency call. I'm not quite sure what that other monster was that I saw Darren mill. Chris emptying his hand of all cards, setting a 4th back row, and yet another defense position monster. And I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised that this has gone this way with Darren, because he's killed 3 monsters with a 1,000 attack monster, which is kind of crazy. And here comes a different monster, finally getting normal summon from Darren, excuse me. Gagaga Magician. Could we see a little overlay action coming? We're seeing cards from different generations here out of Darren now. Just pointing this out, we've got the Zexal generation coming out. We've got the GX generation coming out. I can only assume he's got maybe Art 5, 5Ds, or maybe some original series cards in his deck too. And runs into Night Assailant. Wow, just very different. A very different, a lot of cards that we haven't seen in years really coming here. Night Assailant's effect, whenever it gets flipped, it's allowed to destroy a monster. I think Chris is mistaken though, because when it goes from the hand to the graveyard, he gets to add a flip effect, not when it's just sent to the graveyard. So, and Darren is kind of giving him the question mark, and I think Chris just realized it, so he's going to discard that Needleworm back in. And Elemental Hero Blazeman going to Darren's hand thanks to the effect of the Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. Both duels taking a peek at their graveyards. You gotta imagine both of these guys are playing cards that they probably haven't played in years, or I mean, I can only assume the last time that Chris set a Needleworm or a Penguin Soldier. But hey, who knows? Maybe it was yesterday. Maybe he came here yesterday from the year 2002 in a DeLorean, the 88. No, that's not even. I'm not even gonna keep going on that train of thought. I'm sorry to all you viewers. All right, so going into main phase 2. What do we got going on here? Gaga effect making him level 5 declares Darren, and we're gonna see Gaga Revenge get activated. Its effect: special summoning the Gaga sister. When this card is normal summoned, you can add a Gaga spell or trap. That's not going to happen. You can target one other Gaga monster you control, and those levels become combined. So he's going for something big. He's going for a big guy. What do we got here? So bringing out that big old red eyes, Chris says, "No, I'm not going to let that happen." Going to pay 2,000 life points to Solemn Warning that. And it is Chris's turn again. Chris, passing his turn, got those 3 back row. Says, "I'm safe. I don't gotta worry about you and your crazy multi-generational hoverboarding deck." Rhoda, reinforcement of the army. This is a card that's just been all-time good. Going back to that Shadow Mist, I'm going to start referring to Shadow Mist as Marty McFly if this keeps going on, just for the purposes of this duel. And with that crazy hair, Blazeman might as well be Doc Brown. Blazeman going to activate his effect, going to go ahead and search a Polymerization. Who knows what craziness we could see next. So there's Polymerization being added to Darren's hand. And being activated, fusing Blazeman and Shadow Mist into dun da da da. Vision Hero Aberration. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and one face-up hero monster you control except this card. Oh, but it won't matter because the Storming Mirror Force is going to send it right back into the extra deck. Another set card going into the back row for UDY Master. And Blackwing Zephyros the Elite flying onto the field. Looks like Chris may be attempting to make a comeback here. This time, it's Darren's turn to play a defensive monster in the back row as he passes the turn back to Chris. So it's like that inevitable question, like when are these two guys going to start doing some time traveling? Because you know they're both playing some weird decks. They're both playing weird things, you know, just for today, just for this duel specifically. Galaxy Cyclone coming down, going to go after one of Darren's set spell and trap cards, and what he hits is Xyz Universe, which will target 2 face-up Xyz monsters on the field, send both of those monsters to the graveyard, and special summon an Xyz monster from the extra deck, except a number monster. That, of course, is not going to go into play because it's destroyed. Turn passing once again. He doesn't want to attack that face down. Makes you wonder, does UDY Master have something tricksy up his sleeve? Darren gonna try and turn that speed up. Gotta get that DeLorean up to 88 with a Speedroid Terratop. Could be looking for a synchro summon here. Terratop is a level 3 tuner, I believe. No, wait, I apologize. It is not a tuner. I made a mistake. Speedroid, take him board. You tell I don't play Speedroid? Alright, so Tank and Board being special summoned onto the field and then going for an Xyz summon of a rank 3 monster. And he's going with Ghost Trick Alucard, getting into that Halloween feel. And he'll be taking out one of Yugioh Master's face down cards. Oh, and he destroyed the time machine! Oh no! That's not supposed to happen until the third movie. But a Storming Mirror Force is going to send Alucard back to the extra deck, keeping Blackwing Zephyros alive and safe. So Speed Recovery now being played by Darren. Gonna get one of his Speedroid monsters back from the graveyard. Gonna use Terratop's effect one more time. It's kind of interesting because this is like the second time in this duel that we've kind of seen the same play mirrored 2 turns in a row. We saw it really early on with the constant summoning of the Shadow Mist hitting into the repeated Penguin Soldiers, and now we're going old school. We're going super old school with everybody's old school favorite, the Dark Magician. Dark Magician attacking into Zephyros. The attack is good. Life points are going to be dealt to Chris. Oh my gosh! Well, this is the first like kind of boss-ish monster I guess we've seen, with the exception of the Red Eyes that Darren tried to summon earlier and got its summon negated. And we have Chris flipping up a face-down Tornado Bird to return 2 spell or trap cards in the field to the hands of the owner. And those are going to return cards to Darren's hand. So perhaps getting some of the traps off the field. Now an emergency teleport being activated. And who is going to arrive? We can assume that Chris is probably looking for a synchro summon here, possibly. Who will he go for? He's going to go for maybe a Yugioh Guardian, possibly a Black. Nope, he might. Okay, looks like he's going to go for a level 6. That's a level 5 monster. I think maybe you clicked the wrong monster. Oh no! What's going on? It looks, ladies and gentlemen, like Chris doesn't have a level 6 synchro in his deck. I just want to like make sure that I'm being clear here to anyone watching. Both of these guys were asked to build decks like kind of on the fly, and it's totally understandable if they missed any like cards in their extra deck, staple kind of cards. These guys were asked to kind of do this on the fly, so I don't want people at home judging these guys for these kind of things, because this is by no means a tournament duel. but they are still you know, trying to play in the best way they can. So the Krebon's going to be banished because of the effect of the emergency teleport. It is kind of a bummer for UDY Master, but such things happen. But it is cool because it does mean that we get to see one of those big like Yugi style attacks out of the Dark Magician. Gonna sink into Chris for 1,400 life points. And it gives Chris the opportunity to activate the card of the day, Time Machine. When exactly one monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, special summon that monster on the field. Same way it was. Actually should technically go to attack, but it's fine, it's in defense position because he would probably switch it to defense position, being the position he's in. Moving forward, Darren's going to draw a card. And Chris is going to go offensive with the bird. No way! Oh, I love it. I love these crazy duels. I love when we get to see these kind of crazy kind of matchups where it's like this kind of stuff would never happen at a YCS. This stuff would never happen in the regional. This is the only kind of stuff that would happen on a crazy, you know, sci-fi themed day. So yay for Back to the Future Day, and thank you everybody for you know, watching this video. I hope you are enjoying it enough to like and subscribe. If you want to comment anything that you see, please feel free to. We're all having fun here. So Darren got that Marty McFly mojo going on. But could Chris turn it all around? It could all get turned around with one card. Maybe. I don't know what they're playing. Imagine the power of a time wizard right now. And Chris gonna bounce some more cards back to Darren's hand and follow it up with a torrential tribute. What a combo! That's actually a, you know, bravo to Chris for coming up with a combo to come back from a kind of a bad situation that he was in. Gonna set another defense position monster, and even though, you know, Darren does have significant hand advantage, he doesn't have the field presence, and with what these guys are playing, I don't know that the hand advantage will necessarily be enough. It's kind of an interesting thing, and we'll see. These guys are playing some different decks. So Yugioh's sister being normal summoned onto the field, which means he can add a Yugioh Speller Chop card from his deck to his hand. Oh, and he doesn't have a target. So both of these guys feeling the effect of a lack of target at this point. Let's see if he swings in with that big 200 attack points. I have a feeling he might not. So, yeah, very interesting duel here. Banishing that speed recovery to add Terratop back to hand. Setting 2 more cards face down in the back row before ending this turn. Turn goes back to Chris, who sets a spell and or trap, probably just one of them, in his back row, and it is time for Eternal Soul to be activated by Darren. All Dark Magicians in your monster card zone are unaffected by by your opponent's card effects. This face-up card leaves the field, destroy all monsters you control during the player's turn. You can choose one of the following effects. Blah blah blah. So, if you want to read more of that, it's right over here. I'm going to keep watching this one. But that is how you special summon the Dark Magician from his graveyard, if he appears. So Dark Magician going to attack A blast sphere! Oh, a huge blast from the past sphere. If this face down first position monster was attacked by an opponent's monster before damage calculation, equip this card to the attacking monster. So actually, this blast sphere will still get attached to the Dark Magician, or rather it won't. And the reason it won't is actually because of the card that just got activated. So that's what's happening here, and that's why the blast sphere is going to end up going over. Dark Magic attack getting activated, gonna basically Harpy's Feather Duster, Yugioh Master's back row. It looks like Darren may be closing in on a victory. Oh, a bottomless trap hole. He has already attacked this turn. So it is Yugioh Master's turn. Yugioh Master pointing at so Galaxy Cyclone being activated to destroy the Eternal Soul. Clever move by Chris there. And now setting another monster and extending this duel out. I gotta give him credit. That was a good move. Tell you Yugioh Master is not one to go down easy. I can't say that he's going to win this, but man, he's not going to make it easy for Darren at all. Alright, so do we want to take bets on what the face down card is? I'm going to go with Giant Sword first down. Okay. Alright, so going to go back to the Speedroid Terratop with 1200 attack points, attacking Yugioh Master's face down defense position monster, which turns out to be a Hain. Oh my gosh. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. Because Yugioh Master's in a position here where he's got nothing and he just doesn't seem to care. He's like, I'm still gonna bounce all your cards back to you. Man. Oh, I'm just laughing so hard here. I don't even know if he's trying to win. Honestly. I think he's just like, I'm just gonna mess with you. Keeps turning back the clock, really. So is he out of tricks? Oh, doesn't seem to be so. Gonna set a back row. So I'm just going to read this message in case you haven't read this down here from Yugioh Master. Do you notice you're in the future and I keep sending you to the past? LOL. That seems to be the theme of Chris's deck, as Darren's theme seems to be cards from all 5 eras, which I suggested earlier. Darren only has 9 cards left in his deck, though. If Yugioh Master can stay alive through 1,700 more life points through another 8 of Darren's turns, which I'm not saying is even possible, that would... who knows what's going to happen here? This is kind of crazy. So, Mystic Tomato, nice oldie but goodie, in attack mode. If it gets destroyed by battle, Darren's going to get to special summon a dark monster with 1,500 less attack from his deck and face attack position. Back to the old days of tomato control. Bonzalug. Speed recovery being activated, bringing back Speedroid Tampamborg. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And seems like Yugioh has a response. And the response is a card called Foolish Return. Select one card in your opponent's graveyard and return it to the deck. So he's going to target, presumably, the Tambour board, and and that will stop the speed recovery. Kind of a clever little move there. Once again, not sure if it's going to protect him. He does still have one face down. But this could be the opportunity that Darren was looking for. He's going to Xyz summon back into Ghost Trick Alucard and use Alucard's effect on Duel Master's last card, which just happens to be another foolish return. You can kind of tell Duel Master's been under the clumping of Duel Network today, but sometimes that happens. And a good game being sent from one to the other, and that was a fun game. That was a fun game to watch. Only one time machine getting activated, which I'm kind of surprised about, considering both of these guys were using 3 copies of the time machine. So, Duel Master's life points do reach 0. Let's see if these guys are going to play a second duel. Oh, and turns out he had some time machines face down, along with a Mirror Force, and that Xyz Universe card that we saw Duel Master destroy earlier. So thank you all for watching. It doesn't look like they're going to play another duel. It looks like this is going to be it. Wait, am I wrong? Are we going to have a second duel? Let's find out. Alright, looks like they are going to play another duel, so we'll be back here in just a couple minutes with video 2. I guess you can click on the video 2. I'll have a link in the description. And please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, click on advertisements, all that good stuff. We'll see you in video 2.